Good day, everyone. This video is about factoring sum and difference of two cubes. In this lesson, it is important that we know how to express a number or an expression as a power of 3. So, paano kaya natin ito gagawin? Halimbawa, 27. Mag-iisip lang tayo ng number na pwede nating gamitin bilang factor ng 3 beses. So kapag minultiply natin ang factor na yon, kailangan makukuha natin ang 27. So ano kaya ang number na ito? Very good. Ang sagot ay 3. So we have 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is equal to 27. So, para ma-express ang 27 as power of 3, gagamitin natin ng 3 as base, and then the exponent will be 3. Okay, handa na ba kayo na sagutan ng mga sumusunod? So, express the following in exponential form with a power of 3. Number 2, 125. Very good. 125 is equal to 5 times 5 times 5, which is equal to 5 cubed. Next, 1/8. Very good. 1/8 is equal to 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, which is equal to 1/2 cubed. Paano naman kaya kung ang given na natin ay monomial? Very good. Ang gagawin nyo, tingnan natin ang exponent niya. So, sa example na x raised to 3 or x cubed, ang exponent niya ay 3. I-divide lang natin to sa 3 para makuha kung anong exponent ang gagamitin natin para sa factors ng x cubed. So, 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. Therefore, ang exponent ng tatlong x dito ay 1. This is now equal to x cubed. Next, number 5, 8y cubed. Tandaan, kailangan nating isama ang 8. So, anong number ang gagamitin natin para sa 8? Very good. 2. Para sa y cubed, huwag kalimutan i-divide ang exponent sa 3. So, we have 2y times 2y times 2y. Kapag chinek natin to, 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, and then y times y times y is y cubed. Now, this is equal to cube of 2y. So, tingnan nyo mabuti ha, yung factor na to ang ginamit natin as base sa ating power of 3. Next, 27b raised to 6. So, kuhanin ulit, anong number ang gagamitin natin as factor ng 3 beses para makuha ang 27? Very good. 3. Para naman sa b raised to 6, i-divide natin ang exponent sa 3. Tama. So, b raised to 6, i-divide ang exponent sa 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Therefore, ang magiging factor nito ay 3b squared times 3b squared times 3b squared, which is equal to cube of 3b squared. Since alam na natin kung paano i-express ang isang number or monomial as power of 3, dumako naman tayo sa factoring sum of two cubes. So, paano kaya natin makukuha ang factored form ng sum of two cubes? Para makuha iyon, let x and y be real numbers, variables, or algebraic expressions. Then, susundan lang natin ang pattern na ito. As you can see here, kailangan meron tayong 2 cubes. So, x cube and y cube, and then ang operation dapat nila ay addition. Kapag na-satisfy ito, pwede na natin gamitin ang pattern na ito. Itong pattern na ito ngayon ang magiging factored form ng ating sum of two cubes. So, paano natin yun gagawin? Let x be equal to the base of a power of 3 ng ating first term. And then after nyan, kapag alam na natin ang ating x, isa-substitute na lang natin siya sa mga x. Then, let y be the base of a power of 3 ng ating last term. Then, substitute natin yan sa ating factored form. Itong part na to na may squared, isi-simplify natin to. Tsaka tong L squared. And then yung FL, ibig sabihin yan, imumultiply natin yan. And then take note dun sa ating operation. Kapag addition to, ang unang factor natin ay magiging addition din. And then dito sa factor na to, ang nasa pagitan ng x squared at xy ay minus. Handa na ba kayo sa mga susunod na example? Very good. So ano pang hinihintay natin? Let's have number 1. Factor a cube plus b cube. First step is to express a cube and b cube as a power of 3. So earlier, pinag-aralan na natin kung paano i-express ang a cube as power of 3. So again, i-divide lang natin ang 3 sa 3. So we have a, ang nasa loob, yan ang magiging base natin, raised to 3. Then, ang b cube ay, okay, cube of b. After nyan, use the pattern in factoring sum of two cubes. So, alam natin na kapag sum of two cubes, ito ang pattern niya. We have the product of x plus y and x squared minus xy plus y squared. Note that ang x, ang base ng ating power of 3 here, which is a. Then, ang y, ang base ng ating power of 3 dito sa second term, which is b. And then, lahat ng x, papalitan natin ng a. So, x, and then papalitan natin ng a, substitute lang. A. Next, ang y naman natin, lahat ng y ay papalitan natin ng b. After nyan, simplify natin ang mga dapat i-simplify. So, dito sa a plus b, wala na tayong dapat i-simplify, kaya kokopyahin na lang natin yan. Ang a squared ay equal to a squared, at ang negative a times b is equal to negative ab. Ang b squared ay equal sa b squared. Therefore, the factored form of a cube plus b cube is a plus b times the quantity of a squared minus ab plus b squared. For example 2, we are going to factor a cube plus 27. Tandaan, ang unang step natin is to express a cube and 27 as a power of 3. So, para makuha natin ang magiging base ng a cube kapag ginawa nating power of 3, i-divide lang natin ang exponent niya na 3 sa 3. Kaya naman, ang a cube is equal to the cube of a. Then, para naman sa 27, para ma-express natin yan as power of 3, iisip tayo ng number na pwede natin gamitin as factor ng 3 beses. Okay, so ang sagot doon ay 3 cube. Next, use the pattern in factoring sum of two cubes. We know that the pattern here is x plus y times the quantity of x squared minus xy plus y squared. Susundan lang natin tong pattern na to. Since alam naman na natin na ang value ng x is a at ang value natin ng y is 3. Isa-substitute natin yan sa lahat ng katumbas niya na variable. So, para sa x, we have a. So, lahat ng x, papalitan natin ng a. And for y, we have 3. So, lahat ng y ay papalitan natin ng 3. Ayan. Pagkatapos natin gawin ang substitution dito sa part na ito, isi-simplify naman natin yung kabilang factor since merong pwedeng i-multiply dito. So, for the factored form of a cubed plus 27, copy lang natin ng a plus 3 since wala naman na tayong kailangang i-add or i-multiply dyan. Then, a squared is equal to a squared. Then, negative a times 3 is equal to negative 3a plus 3 squared. 3 squared is equal to 3 times 3. So, the answer is plus 9. Therefore, the factored form of a cubed plus 27 is the product of a plus 3 and a squared minus 3a plus 9. Let's have the last example in factoring sum of two cubes. Let's factor 64x cubed plus 27y cubed. Tandaan na ang unang step natin is to express 64x cubed and 27y cubed as power of 3. So, ano ang magiging base ng 64x cubed kapag ginawa natin siyang power of 3? Tama. Ang sagot ay 4x. So, we have the cube of 4x. Paano naman kaya ang 27y cubed? Correct. Ang base niyan kapag in-express natin siya as power of 3 is 3y. So, we have the cube of 3y. Then, gagamitin na natin ang pattern na ito. Lahat ng x papalitan natin ng 4x. Lahat ng y papalitan natin ng 3y. So note that x is equal to 4x and y is equal to 3y. So using our pattern in factoring sum of two cubes, we have 4x, 4x, 4x. So ito yan ha. Yung x na to, pinalitan natin ng 4x. Yung x dito sa x squared, 4x. Yung x sa xy, 4x. So, lahat ng x dito sa ating factored form, papalitan natin ng 4x. Para naman sa y, we have 3y times 3y here and square of 3y. So, yung y na to, pinalitan natin ng 3y. Yung y sa xy, pinalitan natin ng 3y. Yung y sa y squared, nilagyan natin din ng 3y. Pagkatapos naman yan, isi-simplify na natin ang ating factored form. Since ang 4x plus 3y ay hindi naman natin pwedeng i-add, ika-copy na lang natin yan. So, we have 4x plus 3y. Then, para sa kabilang factor na ito, iisa-isahin muna natin yung term niya. So, we have the square of 4x, pati yung 4, kukuhanin natin ang square, kaya ito ay magiging 16x squared. Then, 4x times 3y is equal to negative 12xy. Huwag kakalimutan ang sign ha, mahalaga yan. Then, the square of 3y is equal to 9y squared. Therefore, the factored form of 64x cubed plus 27y cubed is quantity 4x plus 3y times the quantity of 16x squared minus 12xy plus 9y squared. Dumako naman tayo sa pag-factor ng difference of two cubes. Let x and y be real numbers, variables, or algebraic expressions. So to factor difference of two cubes, this will be our pattern. Make sure that there are two cubes and the operation is subtraction. If the operation is subtraction, we are going to follow this pattern. Tandaan, ang x natin ang magiging base kapag in-express na natin siya as a power of 3. So, dito siya sa first term. Ang y naman natin, ang base, kapag in-express natin to as power of 3. Then, substitute ulit. Tulad lang din ng ginawa natin kanina. Pero, ang difference nila ay yung operation. Since minus to, ang unang factor natin kailangan naka-subtraction. And then, lahat ng operation dito. Let's do the following example para mas malinawan tayo kung paano gamitin yung pattern sa pagka-factor ng difference of two cubes. Number 1, factor a cubed minus 1. Same steps tayo. Una, kuhanin ulit natin ang power of 3 ng bawat term. Dito, sa a cubed, ang gagamitin natin na base ay a. Para naman sa 1, ang gagamitin natin ay 1. And then, use the pattern in factoring difference of two cubes. Ano nga ulit ang magiging katumbas ng x dito sa ating binomial? Tama, ang katumbas ng x ay a. Paano naman ang y? Ano ang katumbas na dito? Correct, ang katumbas niya ay 1. So, lahat ng x, papalitan natin ng a, at lahat ng y ay papalitan natin ng 1. So, x, and for y, okay. Then, simplify natin tong part na to. Since meron tayo ditong kailangang i-multiply or kuhanin ng square. So, for the factored form, since hindi naman natin to mapagsasama na, kokopyahin na lang natin siya as one of the factors. So, we have a minus 1. And then, for this part, we have a squared. Then, a times 1 is a. Then, 1 squared is 1. Then, i-check nyo, meron pa ba tayong pwedeng i-factor out? Kung wala na, ito na ang magiging factor ng a cubed minus 1. Number 2, i-factor naman natin ang a cubed minus 216b cubed. First, okay, express them as power of 3. Para sa e cube, ang magiging base natin kapag in-express yan as power of 3 ay a. Para naman sa 216b cube is 6b. Then, use the pattern in factoring difference of two cubes. Tandaan, kapag minus, ang unang factor natin ay magiging subtraction at lahat naman ng operation dito ay addition. Then, ano ang ipapalit natin sa x? Tama, papalitan natin lahat ng x ng a. Paano naman ang y? Tama, ang ipapalit natin sa y ay 6b. So, x is okay. Tama. And then, para naman sa y, okay. After natin ma-substitute lahat ng terms para sa factored form niya, isi-simplify na natin to. Ang a minus 6b ay unlike term, so hindi natin pwedeng i-subtract, kaya copy na lang. Next, a squared is equal to a squared. A times 6b is equal to 6ab. And 6b squared is equal to 36b squared. Therefore, the factored form is the product of a minus 6b and a squared plus 6ab plus 36b squared. For our last example, we are going to factor c raised to 6 minus 27. Again, don't forget that we need to express these terms as power of 3. So what is the answer if we are going to express c raised to 6 as power of 3? Very good. So we have the cube of c squared. How about 27? Great. We have 3 cubed. Then, for the pattern in factoring difference of 2 cubes, we are going to follow this. Remember, the first factor must be subtraction kapag difference. Then, lahat ng operation dito sa kabilang factor ay addition na. Okay, so let's proceed. Let x be equal to c squared and y be equal to 3. Then substitute x. So, para sa x na to, we have c squared. Ang x squared is equal to the squared of c squared. For xy, we have c squared. Then, lahat ng y, papalitan natin ng 3. Then, simplify. Ang unang factor natin ay kokopyahin lang ulit natin. So, we have c squared minus 3. And then, dun sa other factor, dito na tayo kailangang mag-simplify. So, the square of c squared is, very good, c raised to 4. Minultiply lang natin to. 2 times 2 is 4. Then, next term, we have c squared times 3. What is c squared times 3? Okay, c squared times 3 is equal to 3c squared. Next term, 3 squared. What is 3 squared? Correct. So we have plus 9. Therefore, the factored form is quantity c squared minus 3 times the quantity c raised to 4 plus 3c squared plus 9. That is the end of our discussion. Thank you and keep solving.